Good evening, students. I am back after a very long time due to certain reasons. I was unable to continue, but anyhow, आप सबकी मोहब्बत मुझे फिर से खींच ले आई. So let's start, and today I will try my level best to complete this chapter, federalism. Fine. So in my last lecture, or we can say that the last video, up to unitary system I covered. Fine. So now let's move to the other topics. Very less topics left of this chapter. So now the next one, that is India decided to follow federalism. Finally, how the federalism taken place, unitary system, multiple system, and all we discussed. And I hope my students, मेरे इंतज़ार में उन्होंने ये चैप्टर ही कंप्लीट कर लिया होगा. बट एनी हाउ लेट्स डू. India decided to follow federalism. So India decided how, because, what are the reasons? Many reasons were there. Let's see the first one where my cursor is. India is a large country with a huge population. We very well known this thing from history time, from Harappan civilization. We know our extent, कहाँ तक boundaries कहाँ तक फैली हुई थी. So for easy and efficient administration, federalism is adopted. So you know very well, in my lectures also I said how the federalism is. It is a structure of the government, or we can say it is the in the vertical sense, level 1, level 2, and then when the government, they found that the root level development is not taking place. At that time, what came? It was the Panchayati Raj. Fine. So this is the catchword for writing answer. So for easy and efficient, EEA, that is easy and efficient administration, and federalism is adopted for that sake. Now come to the next one. India is a country with a lot of regional diversities. Anekta mein ekta, Hindi ki visheshta. So this is the regional diversity. So to avoid social conflicts and to avoid autonomous power to the regions, federalism is adopted. What do you mean by autonomous power? हमारे यहाँ पहले किंगशिप हुआ करती थी, है ना. सो इस चीज़ को हटाने के लिए, किसी एक का रूल हटाने के लिए, नाउ व्हाट दे अडॉप्टेड, व्हाट इंडिया अडॉप्टेड, that is the federalism. So these are the question that India decided to follow federalism. This is not the direct question, will never come. In CBSE never ask such questions. So how they are going to, so it will be the characteristic of federalism, or how the federalism suits for India, why the India is suitable for the federalism. It can be the value based question also. Fine. Or now, because the pattern changed during this COVID time, so what the new things started, that is the source based question. So it means many of the student already appeared in the pre-board. In my school also the pre-board examination is going on. So what it is, they are giving a huge lamba paragraph, and you have to write three questions will be there. You have to write it. So before writing answers of that three question, you should know that what the topic is. Fine. So this type of question or the topic is going to help you out for writing. So conflict and to provide autonomous power to the regions, federalism is adopted. Fine. So इसी के continuity में आप देखिए, how is power divided in India. So the first thing, that is the authentic, that is the constitution, है ना. We know very well some rule book is there, or something means in our home also we having certain things लाइक दादाजी ऐसे करते होंगे, या हमारे यहाँ ऐसे किया जाता है. सो इट इज़ नॉट अ रिटन समवेयर, बट वी हैविंग अ सर्टेन गाइडलाइंस, एंड अकॉर्डिंगली mama is following, or the family is following rules regulation. So here also, how is power divided in India? The Constitution of India divides power, political power, between the central government and the state government. यानी कि दो भाई हैं, सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट, एक बड़ा एक छोटा, उन दोनों को बराबरी के पावर्स दिए गए हैं. ओके. अब ये पावर्स कहाँ पे डिस्कस किया गया है? इट इज डिस्कस्ड इन द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन कंटेन 3 लिस्ट ऑफ सब्जेक्ट्स. इसके अलावा लेजिस्लेटिव, एग्जीक्यूटिव, जुडिशरी और सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट्स के पावर्स के अलावा जो इनके सब्जेक्ट्स हैं, ये 3 जगहों पे बांटा गया है. तो व्हाट आर द सब्जेक्ट्स और द लिस्ट्स, वी कैन से कंटेन 3 लिस्ट ऑफ सब्जेक्ट्स. सो व्हाट आर दे स्टूडेंट्स? The first one is union list. So in union list contain subjects which are of national importance. So union list, it is of the national importance. For example, defense, banking, railway, foreign affairs. So these are the central governments can make laws on these subjects. So this is the additional information given here. What I mean to say here, that defense, banking, railway and foreign affairs. So once you, when you will read the chapter, when you will see what the union list is, when you will see all the subjects, maybe means the few of the students, I must say, little bit confusion they can face, fine. So you can, how you are going to learn union list? This is the first list. So first list given to whom? बड़े वाले भैया को. So what is बड़े वाले भैया? The national importance for the central level. Fine. So in central, what it is? Defense. Now any accident is taking place, any issues taking place by chance near to our place. So who is going to come? Defense or police? Police only, not defense. So defense is for the huge problem, for the biggest problem, for the nation wise defense is taking place. So defense comes where? Again in the union list. Now banking is something, transactions are there, banks are there, Union Bank, Canara banks, lot many banks, private nationalized banks are there. Where is the head office? So the head office works on the national level. So this is the banking is also comes under the national level or the union list, that comes under the national importance. Then the railway, घर के बाहर तो रेलवे चलती नहीं है, क्या चलती है? रोड्स चलती है. रोड्स पे क्या चलती है? गाड़ियाँ चलती हैं. So again the railway is the national importance. Foreign affairs, with the name itself very much we are clear that the foreign affairs also comes under the union list. So who is the wholesale malik of this? Who is taking the wholesale care of this? Central government can make laws on these subjects. So their subjects, they are only making laws for this. Okay. Come to the next one, state list. State list क्या होता है? Contains subjects which are state or regional importance. Fine, जो state से related issues हैं उनको रखा गया. So police, as I said, defense, and then it is a police, trade, agriculture, irrigation, and some of them are comes under the state list. And who is making law? Who is making law, students, on these subjects? The state list subjects, the state government. Okay, so if the matter is taking place, who is coming to solve it? Police uncle is coming to solve. Trade कहाँ से शुरू होता है? From one place to another, है ना? From Madhya Pradesh to Chhattisgarh, from that to from state to state, or we can say country to country. So like what? The trade is a little bit you will get confusion over here with the trade. So it is not a country to country. So like, take example, in our advertisements you can see that the flour advertisement is coming, आटे का ad आता है, and उसमें ये कहते हैं शरबती गेहूं, सीहोर के शरबती गेहूं. So what the सीहोर is? Where सीहोर is? My students, so of course it is in मध्य प्रदेश. एक छोटा सा जगह है मध्य प्रदेश में, सीहोर, तो वहाँ के ये गेहूं की बात की गई है. So the trade is going to take place from that to another countries or from state to state. Same here in the, you can see India is an agricultural land. So the trade is, of course it is a matter of union list, but the initiative take place from state to state, from agricultural land to another place, another land. So another state to state, this is the correct word. So in that sense only I am saying that why the trade comes under the state list. Then agriculture, irrigation, means these are the simultaneous topic. Irrigation जहाँ होगा वहाँ agriculture हो गई ही. So these are the topics comes under the state list. Only the state government can make the law, as I said. Now student, the concurrent list. You can see the concurrent list is a mixture of state as central and state, or you can say union and state का mix. let's understand what it is. Subjects which are a common interest for the central government and the state government are included in this list. As I said, जो दोनों के लिए कॉमन है, सेंट्रल के लिए, स्टेट के लिए. इसको पढ़ने से पहले, बिफोर गोइंग फॉर एक्सप्लेनेशन, लेट मी आस्क वन क्वेश्चन. If any issues are taking place in our state, suppose strike taken place, है ना, so or rather, the best example, if I will give, weather, the climate is very bad and it's raining and severe cold is there. So who is going to decide that now the few days school is going to change the timing, or school is going to change, or it will be all of a sudden chutti will declare, so we are going to be very happy, wow, achanak chutti declare hogi. So what the thing it is, so who is deciding? That the collector or the state or the that place problem is there, or the this collector only decides on these issues, that if strike is there, weather problem is there, certain things, minute things is there, at that time if school is going to close. Okay, so school is going to close, so both the schools are there, CBSE, ICSE, well, rather three schools, and the board, this state boards are there. So what we are doing, कौन से स्कूल बंद रहेंगे? तो स्टेट बोर्ड्स बंद रहेंगे, सीबीएसई बंद रहेंगे, आईसीएसई खुली रहेगी, और लाइक दिस. सो टेक एग्जांपल ऑफ सीबीएसई, एज आई एम द सीबीएसई टीचर एंड I am here to solve the problem, this chapter of CBSE only. So what it is, the CBSE school, that means Central Board School, it is comes under where? Union list. स्कूल है कहाँ आपका? स्टेट में. सो ये दोनों का कंसर्न है. फाइन, सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट का भी और स्टेट गवर्नमेंट का भी. सो यू कैन सी द फर्स्ट पॉइंट ओवर हियर, दैट इज द एजुकेशन. फाइन, सो एजुकेशन कम्स हियर इन बोथ सेंट्रल ऑल्सो, स्टेट ऑल्सो. फॉरेस्ट, अगेन द फॉरेस्ट, इट इज हाउ मैम, हाउ इज इट कम? फॉरेस्ट तो स्टेट में हुआ, तो उसके रिसोर्सेज हमें ही मिलने चाहिए. ऐसा तो है नहीं कि हमारे यहाँ फॉरेस्ट है तो सारे शिप बिल्डिंग्स, रेलवेज हमारे यहाँ ही होगा. नो, इट इज़ अ कंसर्न ऑफ स्टेट एंड सेंट्रल बोथ. देन मैरिजेस, अब ना मैरिजेस, so how the marriages is taking place, it's not at all possible that a girl or a boy going to get tie a knot. So it is not like that they are going to be of Gujarat only, Rajasthan only. They will get their couple, they will get their correct match anywhere. So then it is a trade unions. You can see the trade word is there, and now the trade unions are there, are some of the examples of concurrent list. Okay, so whenever the question is coming, it is a hardly 1 mark question, and if it is coming in your portion, you will just focus that what sense it is. Fine, means just rethought it before giving the MCQs, fill-ups, true and false, that what it is asking, है ना. So the concept based questions are going to be, and your concept should be clear. Fine, so again now who is taking concern, who is solving this problem? Both central government and the state government can make laws on these subjects. Okay, so union list, state list, and concurrent list. I hope it is clear to you. So reading is must, of course, and my slide is also going to help you out. Fine. And now इनके अलावा, जब now you can see when the constitution was made, or the union state concurrent list, at that time the constitution makers or the subject makers, they were very much aware that of course any country is moving towards the development and advanced stage. So at that time when the constitution was made, nobody was knowing that we are going to be have a mobile with us, nobody was knowing. So what mobile is? With the one touch we are globalized ourselves with Google information and shopping and entertainment and everything. And moreover, nowadays you people are, the students are totally dependent on online classes. So Google is very important as compared to the teacher and the books, है ना students. Fine. So what I was saying कि जब कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन बनाई गई तो हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन मेकर्स जो थे उन लोगों ने ये चीज़ बहुत अच्छा किया that they kept one of the subject which is known as a residuary subject. अब इस residuary subject में कौन से subjects आते हैं जो advanced stage में आने वाला होगा. Like you can see example information technology. You can see at the last information technology. What it is? Computer, Google, mobile. Fine. Today I am teaching this subject to you on 19th January 2021. I am teaching this subject to you. Maybe after many years, we in place of mobile, we all have our satellites. Then at that time we will ask आपके पास कितनी satellites है. So maybe that satellite is also going to be one of the subject of our residuary. Okay, in place of means after information technology we have all such thing. So what I mean to say here, residuary subjects which are not mentioned in any of the three lists of the constitution are comes in the residuary subjects, and these are the advanced one. मीन्स इन द कमिंग वन जो कभी अभी तक नहीं था वो कभी आ गया और वो इसमें ऐड होते हैं. सो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट हैज़ द पावर टू मेक लॉज ऑन दीज सब्जेक्ट्स. ओके, सो एक होता है ना घर का छोटा सा बच्चा, सो हु इज़ टेकिंग केयर, मदर इज़ गोइंग टू टेक केयर, नो बडी एल्स हैविंग अ राइट टू. तो इन द सेम सेंस हु इज़ टेकिंग केयर ऑफ रेसिड्यूरी सब्जेक्ट? द सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट. So I hope it is clear to everyone the three list, that is the union, state and residuary subjects. Okay. Now come to the next one, factors which make India a federal country. What are the we know very well what is the federal country. Now what are the factors behind? क्या reasons थे जिसके वजह से एक country federal हो पाए? You can see the first one. In India, I am just reading this portion because it is just a theoretical part. In India, political power is shared between the central government and the state government. State governments are not subordinate of the central government. So, what are the factors which make India a federal government? India, it is in the structure when we are talking about it is a vertical, that the central government, state government. Abhi is यही दो है. Afterwards we will discuss about the Panchayati Raj. So central and state. Now you only see central like father and state government like mother. Why it means don't take personally about the state government, about father or mother. We having such structure in our family, that's why I am saying. Okay. So, and you people, you are going for picnic, you want to go for picnic after this COVID-19, of course. So, you will come to and you will ask to your mother, मम्मा पिकनिक जा रहा है और हमें इतने फंड्स की ज़रूरत है. सो ऑफ कोर्स मम्मा हैविंग सच फंड, बट जस्ट फॉर just to delay the situation, just to delay the matter, what father is saying, पापा से पूछेंगे. Okay, so it means if Papa is absent, mother is absent. I mean, it's a family pass on game, है ना, उससे पूछेंगे, and then afterwards the decision is taking place. Okay, so in the same way for the financial matter especially, we can say the central government and state government are not a subordinate of central government. So here every portion, central and state, they have their own power, but state government is not at all subordinate of central government. Okay, so in what sense they are connected? In what sense they are connected? Only for the matter of finance, right? So state is free for their own, central is of course they are their own means they have their own rules and regulations and they are the superior one. But only for the matter of money, the state government take help from central government. Okay. So just keep this point in your mind. Yeah, it is going to clear more after 2-3 points. So come to the second one. The constitution divides power between the central government and the state government. So state government has constitutional guarantee. So who has decided their powers? Our authentic book that is known as a Samvidhan Constitution. Okay. And their powers, rules, regulations, it is clearly mentioned in the constitution. Now come to the third one. The central government alone cannot change the basic features of the Indian constitution. The consent of act list 50% of state government is also needed. So of course, because it is a family structure, central state, they all have their own place in the country, and they all are very much important. So in that sense, if any change is required in the constitution, it is not at all that the superior member of the family, they are going to do by their own. No, it's a democracy setup. So of course, central and state both needed their opinion. So दोनों की रजामंदी ज़रूरी होती है. The constant of an at least 50% of state government is also needed. Come to the next one, fourth one. India has a good judicial system to settle the disputes between the central government and the state government. So we having the judiciary system in that in the horizontal setup we discussed about legislative, executive and judiciary. So here the judiciary, that is central government equal to Supreme Court, state government equal to High Court. So their matters are like that. Fine. Means in the horizontal setup, if we see, so central government equal to Supreme Court, state government equal to High Court. But when we see it in the vertical, so of course anyone can approach to High Court, or if they are not satisfied, they can approach to the central government. This is something the means if we go only for the judicial topic, at that time it can understand better. But in the sense of federal, we understand India has a good judicial system to settle the disputes. So it is not only that of course, means so many setups are there, powers are there, democracies are there, everybody have their own opinion to speak, they all have their own ideologies. So it is disputes hona lazmi hai, and between the central government and state government, the judicial system is there to solve this problem. Okay. Come to the fifth one. The central government has its own sources of revenue and the state government have their own sources of revenue. Okay. So the sources of revenue, how you are going to understand? With the union list and the state list. Fine. So in दोनों के कमाई का जो जरिया है, the source of money we can say, that is different in central. Central they have their own, state they have their own, but if state government need more money for their infrastructure, of course they are going to ask to the central government. Okay, so this is the system, this is the flow of pattern of work in the constitution for horizontal and vertical setup government. Now you are very much advanced, the first chapter already did, pre-board you people are facing, so you know very well वर्टिकल क्या होता है, सेंट्रल क्या, हॉरिजॉन्टल क्या होता है. सो वर्टिकल दैट मीन्स सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट, द फेडरल स्ट्रक्चर. व्हेन आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट हॉरिजॉन्टल, दैट मीन्स द लेजिस्लेटिव, जुडिशियल, sorry, legislative, executive and judiciary. Okay. Now, so these are the points and what are the factors which make India a federal one. The 5 points we studied, and these 5 points are very 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 important, students. You saw the sample paper, the latest for this 2021 examination, and you saw that we having 1 mark questions, that is 16 questions of 1 mark. Then we having a source based questions, then we having a 5 mark question, and then we having a map also. Okay, so soon I am going to start geography also, and lot many, means of course 3 months are there, that is February, March and April, and then in month of May you having your exam. So I will try my level best to my dearest students, my dearest चाहने वाले लोगों के लिए. मैं एटलीस्ट सोशल साइंस के हिस्ट्री के चैप्टर्स 2 ही हैं, हिस्ट्री के चैप्टर्स, geography, civics and economics my favorite. I will try my level best to make my videos, so at least my voice should go to my dearest students, and they are very far off for me, है ना. I miss you my dear students, seriously. And for you people I am not taking their name, school name, but लेकिन मैं ये वीडियो आप ही लोगों के लिए बना रही हूँ. कुछ थोड़ा बहुत हेल्प हो जाएगी आप लोगों की एटलीस्ट. सो ड्यू टू दैट हवाओं में कनेक्शन के लिए मैं ये वीडियोस बना रही हूँ आपको. मैं समझ सकती हूँ आप लोगों को और आप मुझे. देर इज़ अ गैप which this video makes us the connection. Okay, so come to the next one, the union territories. Fine, so union territories, again of course when we are talking about the India setup, so union territories को हम नहीं भूल सकते. So there are some territories which are very small in size, so they cannot be given any status. So status, in what sense? See, when we are talking about the Rajasthan, or we discussed about UP before 2000, it was divided into two states. ना in 2000 में UP दो में बट गया, उत्तराखंड एंड उत्तर प्रदेश. सो ये सारी चीज़ें क्या हैं, ये स्टेट के एरिया और पॉपुलेशन पे डिसाइड करती है. लेकिन जो यूनियन टेरिटरीज होती हैं स्टूडेंट्स, दे आर वेरी स्मॉल इन साइज. तो उनके पास इतना रिसोर्स नहीं होता है, पॉपुलेशन ऑफ कोर्स वहाँ इतनी फैसिलिटीज़ नहीं है, तो पॉपुलेशन भी कम है. सो दे आर नॉट गिवन एनी स्टेट स्टेटस. इनको किसी स्टेट का नाम नहीं दिया गया. Due to some reasons, these territories could not be merged with other states also. और वो इस हालात में है ये territories कि इनकी ना ज़्यादा population है, ना बिल्कुल शून्य भी नहीं है, बहुत सारे reasons है, इसलिए इनको एक state भी नहीं दिया गया. So they are given the status of union territory. So इनको क्या नाम दिया गया, union territories का. The central government has special powers over the union territories. तो अभी मैंने आपको कहा ना, घर का छोटा सा बच्चा होगा, who is going to take care of, घर का senior. So in the same way, these territories comes under whom concern, who is the best concern, the central government. They have very less autonomous powers. They have very less autonomous powers. It means all of a sudden that strong intuition came that maybe the question of union territories related to the autonomous, it is going to come this time in your question paper. So they have very less autonomous powers. Who? That union territories. And the best example, that is Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Lakshadweep and Delhi. Okay, so what are they? And in map तो आना नहीं है यहाँ civics में, but you should know that the location accordingly, and you are going to write the example. So here as a teacher I must give one tip. So what is the importance of example in our course, or when we are writing answer, what is the need of example, writing example? Fine. So you can see, suppose time is going to over, bell has rang, and the invigilators started coming gradually towards you to take your copy, and you are saying, ma'am, 1 minute, ma'am, just a minute, ma'am, one word, and she is in a mood to snatch because she is also fed up from last 3 hours standing and doing invigilator duties. So हम क्या करते हैं उस टाइम में, and भगवान ना करे ऐसा हो, but only the 5 mark question left. Fine. So what you are going to do, you will write immediately example. So the checker, means I am also a checker, so the checker knows very well that if a student wrote example, that means student is knowing about the topic, and example explains lot many things. Okay, so at least half mark, 1 mark you are getting, and you know the value of half mark and 1 mark. है ना. So like this, if you are writing example needs where, in which subjects. In history it is not a required, it is a case studies. In civics, like we are discussing this federalist chapter. In geography बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरत पड़ती है, and in economics it is again a case study, right? So but for the globalization chapter, or if you have a means the need to write the commodities or the company's name, है ना, at that time the example is needed. So wherever you feel so that example gives means the right explanation of the topic, don't hesitate to write. Okay. So these are the examples of union territories. Now come to the next one, that is the language policy. You can see in your book it is, I mean, separately this topic is given. Now class, you see the topic federalism, we discussed about the territories, we discussed about the central power, and then the state powers, lot many things we discussed. Okay, so the language is also one of the reason. You can see if any of our relative, they moved from, means moved to Gujarat side or to Maharashtra side, so gradually they adopt the way of speaking, है ना. So the language policy, so the language is very 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 important. And how it is going to, how it is important, because through language only we understand the state, बंदा कहाँ का है ना. And the language means we can communicate our things, our thoughts, our ideologies through our language. So of course it is very very important. Okay, so it is gives the strengthened identities. I am from Bihar, I am from UP, I am from Maharashtra, I am from south places. So it is what, this is the language which gives us the identity. Okay, so come to the first topic, point. Some national leaders like Nehruji, Patel, Rajaji feared that the linguistic states would strengthen identities based on language and destroy the unity among the people. So it was the concern that आपने हर जगह, हम यहाँ से वहाँ गए और हमारी लैंग्वेज चेंज हो जाती है. सो जब इतनी वेरिएशन है, तो किस तरीके से हम एक राष्ट्र बन पाएंगे. But they feared that the country would break up into a number of independent countries like Maharashtra alag, Gujarat alag, and like this. But so they opposed the formation of linguistic state. इसलिए उन्होंने starting में अपोज किया linguistic state को बनाने के लिए. लेकिन जो linguistic state है, you can see the linguistic states benefited India. Okay, so how they benefited India, you can see the present situation. क्या है ये? Formation of linguistic states helped each language group to protect and promote its language and culture. So the language and culture was protected. Fine. So whatever the Matra Bhasha is there, that is protected with the generation to generation passes. Fine. Otherwise, if we are in a mixed one, so whatever the mother was used to speak, oh, I can understand, but I am unable to speak. So what it is? It was stopped there only. It is not moved on, it is not transmitted to the another generation. So this is something very bad for the development of any country or the any state, I must say. So here linguistic states benefited India. How? Formation of linguistic states helped each language group to protect and promote its language and culture. It strengthened India's unity in diversity and succeeded in keeping the country united. So the Anekta mein as I said, unity in diversity. So it strengthened India's unity in diversity, which succeeded in keeping the countries united. So here only the language policies, these are the laddu questions. How the laddu questions we know very well, and whatever the laddus we enjoy. Okay, so in this sense the language policy is a topic which covers the laddu question in our question paper. The constitution does not give the status of national language to any one language. Fine. Hindi and English are given the status of official language. If you are going to south where Hindi का चलन नहीं है, but still you know Hindi only, you are not knowing English, without any hesitation, without any shame, we can write Hindi letter and they are bounded to accept it, although they are not understanding. Why? Because Hindi and English are given the status of official language. Now 21 other languages are included in the 8th schedule of the constitution and they are called the scheduled language. Please mark the third point as a very important. कितने languages हैं हमारे पास? 21. कौन से schedule में इसको गिना गया? 8th schedule. कहाँ पे? Constitution. क्या नाम से जाना जाता है? Scheduled language. So if the question is coming scheduled language, you are going to write about the language policy, 21 other languages included in 8th schedule of the constitution, and it is known as a scheduled language. Then the next one, states have their own official language. Promotion of Hindi is one of the policies of central government, and that's why we celebrate Hindi Day, है ना, आपके schools में मनाया जाता होगा. So in that sense, this point is here that states have their own official language, like states like Gujarat, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, South, सारे के सारे स्टेट्स, इनके खुद के अपने जो उनकी भाषा है वो ऑफिशियल लैंग्वेज है, और हिंदी इज द पॉलिसी टू ऑफ सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट. बट द गवर्नमेंट वांट्स टू प्रमोट हिंदी नॉट बाय इम्पोजिशन बट बाय परसुएशन. इसको फोर्सफुली नहीं दिया जाता है, उसके महत्व को दिखाया जाता है, बताया जाता है, और ये दैट इज द रीजन वी सेलिब्रेट हिंदी दिवस. Language policy in India and Sri Lanka. We already studied the topic Sri Lankan government, or the as a case study in the first chapter, power sharing. So Sri Lanka considers Sinhala as its national language. The government of Sri Lanka imposes Sinhala language on the non-Sinhala speakers. Hindi is the official language of the government of India. The government of India does not impose Hindi on non-Hindi speakers. The government promotes Hindi by persuasion. So all it is a mixture of five. These 5 points are the mixture of all thoughts, which we studied in the first chapter and this before this slide also. So these are the topics central on based on languages, the language policy of India and Sri Lanka. Now come to the next one, that is the center state relation until 1990s. So what was the situation? See, everything having the history. So in history, that is in 1919, how the central and state relation was. So let's see the first point over here. For many years after independence, the same party ruled both at the center and in most of the states. So the state government could not enjoy autonomous power, and the state leaders had to follow the directions of the central leadership. So ये सिनेरियो था, इसमें कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स हुई, उसके बाद से जो अभी तक हमने पढ़ा, इस तरीके से हमारा डिवीजन फेडरल गवर्नमेंट का हुआ. Whenever come to the second point, whenever non-Congress governments came to power in states, the central government tried to establish domination over them. Constitutional provisions were misused to dismiss them. Okay, so the changes which occurred in the center state relations since 1990, what were they? By 1919, a large number of regional parties emerged in different states of India. So a period of coalition government at the center started. What do you mean by coalition government? When two or more parties come together to form a government, that is known as the coalition government. So when it was, कब से शुरू हुआ ये? 1919. You can see that many of the chapters we studied and the coalition word is coming. So the question is coming कि ये हुआ कब से? पापा के टाइम से, दादाजी के टाइम से, मेरे टाइम से, कब के टाइम से? So we used to correlate ना इस तरीके से कि कब से ये शुरू हुआ होगा. So हमारे पापा जी कहाँ होंगे, हमारे दादाजी कहाँ होंगे, हम कहाँ थे, क्या था ये? So like you can understand that 1990, a large number of regional parties emerged in different states of India. So a period of coalition government at center started. Second point, national parties entered into alliances with regional parties to form government at the center. So a new culture of power sharing and respect for the autonomy of the states emerged. Moreover, a judgment of the Supreme Court made it difficult for the central government to dismiss the state government. So after reading the whole content, when you will see this, you can easily accommodate that what was the need and how the need was fulfilled over here. Fine. So the changes which occurred in central state relations since 1990, you can just go through it. Don't ignore, because if it is not coming for 1 mark or 5 mark, then it is 100% sure that it is going to come for the source based question. Now the next topic, or we can say the near about the last topic of our chapter, decentralization of power. So decentralization, that means kahani mein twist. What the kahani mein twist? We know very well about the federalism, the central government, state government. Now the government, they decided, the developer, they decided, the well-wisher of the country, they decided that central is working fully. The state, of course, the state government and their subjects are there, they are working, they are fulfilling. Means, so how the root level or the gaon jo hamara hai, the rural one, they are not developing. Okay, so it is a need one. You can see na, बिल्डिंग है हमारे पास 5 मंजिले की, ऊपर बहुत अच्छा है, हवा आ रही है, सारा उनका इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, उनकी फैसिलिटीज़ बहुत अच्छी है, स्टेट फर्स्ट और सेकंड जो है वो भी अच्छा, लेकिन उसकी जो नींव है, उसकी जो बुनियाद है, उसके जो पिलर्स हैं, वो ही ठीक नहीं है, तो बिल्डिंग कैसे खड़ी होने वाली है? बिल्डिंग गिर जाएगी, है ना. सो दैट द पिलर्स आर वेरी मच स्ट्रांग. सो तो और इट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. सो व्हाट आर द पिलर्स फॉर द कंट्री? दैट इज़ द विलेजेस. The root level development is there. अब बंदा, अ बॉय, एक बच्चा जो गांव में जन्म लेता है, उसको गांव के पाठशाला में भेजी जाएगी, ना कि उसको सीधा से सीधा हम उठा के किसी स्कूल कॉलेज जो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट स्टेट के पास है उसमें डाल सकते हैं, है ना. तो वहाँ उसके लिए क्या ज़रूरत है? बेसिक नीड उसको क्या ज़रूरत है? उसको स्कूल की ज़रूरत है, उसको डिस्पेंसरी की ज़रूरत है, उसको मार्केट की ज़रूरत है, उसको एक फैसिलिटीज़ की वहाँ पे ज़रूरत है. उसको वो देखेगा, अकोमोडेट होगा, इंसान बनेगा, और उसके बाद से वो धीरे धीरे राइज होगा. सो इन सब की चीज़ के लिए क्या है? डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन ऑफ पावर. You can see that Laddu, very pyara sa definition here. The process of taking away power from central and state government and giving them to local government is called the decentralization. So giving means what? थोड़ा थोड़ा चुरा चुरा के? No, it is like the village people, they also got the power, और फॉर देयर ओन डेवलपमेंट उनको उनके हिस्से का पावर दिया गया. एंड दिस गिविंग पॉलिसी इज नोन एज, द प्रोसेस इज नोन एज डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन. सो आपके दिमाग में ये कुछ ख्याल आना चाहिए. जैसे डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन वर्ड यूज होता है, सेंट्रलाइज्ड, just remove this word D. Centralized, that means in center the development, that is the center and the state. Decentralized, उसको divide कर दिया गया, उसको तोड़ दिया गया, उसको break कर दिया गया, और कहाँ तक पहुँचाया गया? root level, that is the village. Okay, so this 3-line definition is going to help you out. Come to the next one, importance of decentralization. What is the importance of decentralization? Direct question it is. It comes direct. Okay. So Indian states are very large with a lot of internal diversity. So it is not easy to rule them from their capital cities alone. Local people can understand their problems and issues better. So they are people who can solve their problems easily and efficiently. Participation of local people directly in decision making process makes democracy more meaningful. So कहीं ना कहीं ये छूट रहे थे जो लोअर तबके के हैं, विलेज वाले हैं, जो रिमोट एरियाज अगर इनको वर्ड्स कहा जाए, तो ये छूट रहे थे, और हम इनके बिना डेमोक्रेसी सेटअप नहीं कह सकते थे. सो दैट इज़ द रीज़न, द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन. Now, major drawbacks of the local government before 1992. अभी आपने देखा how 1990 that things were taking place. So what were the major drawbacks? Some C class, always it is there that कुछ घर में ठीक नहीं है, नहीं हो रहा है, so we can replace, कि इसको हटा देते हैं, ये लाते हैं, ये ज़्यादा अच्छा होगा. Okay, so in that sense, major drawbacks of the local government before 1992. So what were the drawbacks? Before 1992, the local government were directly under the control of state government. किसके अंडर में आता था? अब आप you can see you can keep your pencil very straight. On the top it is known as a central government, on between it is a state government, and where you hold it the pencil it known as a panchayati raj, or it is the ruler one. Okay, so this where you hold it the pencil, that is the ruler one. किसके अंडर आता है? स्टेट के. So what I mean to say, the local government will directly comes under the control of state government. Fine. So where I am near to the villages, whatever it is, है ना, so it is coming under my state. Okay, it is coming under my state only. So the state government did not conduct elections to the local government regularly. So elections हो रहे हैं लेकिन पहुंच वहां तक नहीं जा पा रही है. Approach is lacking behind. So for that, what happened? These are the drawbacks rather we are discussing. Third one, that is the local government did not have any powers and resources of their own. जैसे कि हमने यूनियन लिस्ट का पढ़ा, स्टेट लिस्ट का पढ़ा, इनके पास इनकी खुद की पावर्स नहीं है, इनके पास रिसोर्सेज नहीं है, इनके पास खुद का फंड नहीं है. सो हाउ द डेवलपमेंट इज टेकिंग प्लेस. सो दीज वर द मेजर इश्यूज और द प्रॉब्लम्स बिफोर 1992. आप देखिए हमारी आज़ादी कब हुई? 1945, और 1992 तक हम बेसिक डेवलपमेंट्स की बात कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे, कि कौन छूट रहा है उसको बुलाओ, उसको भी पावर्स दो, एंड देन ओनली देयर विल बी अ डेमोक्रेसी एंड every section of the society is going to be the happiest one. So what main changes taken place in local government with the constitutional amendment? So many of my students समझ रहे होंगे कि amendment क्या होता है. देखिए, आप जब मोबाइल पे आप कुछ टाइप कर रहे हैं, आपने वर्ड फाइल पे कुछ टाइप किया, तो हम एडिट करते हैं ना, हम एडिट किए, इसको हटाओ, इसको एडिट करते हैं. तो इन दैट सेंस कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल टर्म होता है अमेंडमेंट. उसमें कुछ चीज़ें जोड़ी जाती हैं, चीज़ें यानी कि रूल्स जोड़े जाते हैं, पॉलिसीज लॉज जोड़ी जाती है. ठीक है, तो इस वर्ड को क्या कहते हैं? अमेंडमेंट. सो इट इज़ इन द सेम सेंस, एडिशन, एडिट and amendment. So when we speaks all these, it comes in the normal sense. Okay, so constitutional amendment of 1992. Okay, so what are they? What are they? The first one, it is mandatory to hold regular elections to the local government. ये मैंडेटरी हो गया कि लोकल गवर्नमेंट में भी रेगुलर इलेक्शंस हो, जैसे हमारे यहाँ हर 5 साल में होता है. Seats are reserved for the scheduled caste, scheduled tribes and other backward classes in the local government. वहाँ पे भी seats reserve की जाए. 1/3 of all the position in local governments reserved for the women. Again, the Laddu question came in front of our eye. That is, how much position is reserved for the women in local government? It is 1/3, है ना, 1/3. State election commissions is set up to conduct elections to the local government. ठीक है, एंड स्टेट इलेक्शन कमीशंस इनके होते हैं जो कंडक्ट करवाते हैं. हु इज़ द होल सोल इन चार्ज फॉर कंडक्टिंग इलेक्शंस इन द लोकल गवर्नमेंट? स्टेट इलेक्शन कमीशन. It's a fill up based question. State government are asked to share some powers and revenues with the local government. Okay, so when you will read all these portions, you will understand very well that what the sections are. थोड़ा जल्दी चली गई थी मैं स्लाइड्स में. So ये 5 points है, main changes in the local government brought about by the constitutional amendment of 1992. Now here पंचायती राज सिस्टम इन इंडिया. सो ये एक्चुअली जो पावर है, ये इसको किसका नाम दिया गया? पंचायती. सो इसको अगर डिवाइड करते हैं हम इसको, पंच दैट इज 5 people and the raj, that means you can see that the sarpanch को मिला के 5 लोग होंगे, and they are the whole soul in charge of the on the rural basis in the remote area. So it is known as the panchayati raj system in India, and this system is a local government. It is known as the local government. So when the word government is coming, we can understand lot many powers, lot many policies, and everything, it is there in their hand. So they are the authentic one. Okay, with the government is that the system of local government in rural areas is called the panchayati raj. And now we are having the 3 tiers. So what do you mean by tiers? Here it is TIERS. Tiers. Mera bacha party, what do you mean by tiers? Tiers means level. Okay, and tyre, tire, chakka, गाड़ी का चक्का. So the tires, TIERS, it is a level. एक दो तीन. एक कौन सा है? सेंट्रल. दूसरा कौन सा? स्टेट. अब तीसरे का जन्म हुआ, वो कौन सा है? दैट इज पंचायती राज. So the Gram Sabha and Gram Panchayat, they are very, very, very important. As I said, how you are going to make it, learn it, you will make a flow chart. फ्लो चार्ट विथ एरो वाइज. कौन सा बड़ा है, उसके नीचे क्या आता है, फिर डिवीजन डिवीजन डिवीजन. बिकॉज हेयर इट इज अगेन मीन्स यू कैन सी इन द पंचायती राज ग्राम सभा कौन है, ग्राम पंचायत कौन है, म्यूनिसिपल कोऑपरेशन कौन है, उसका हेड कौन है, हु इज टेकिंग. सो ऑल मेनी माइन्यूट थिंग्स आर देयर विच मेक योर क्वेश्चन पेपर टफ. Okay, so what the concern is, read it again, understand again, make flow chart. जो नाम आता है you just write it, and whatever the name is coming next, you just make flow chart and mention their names below that. So you immediately you will find that one flow chart is there, and afterwards you start writing their powers, who is appointed, what is their decision making and all. So in the flow chart it comes. Okay. So what the thing it is, Gram Sabha and Gram Panchayat, all the adult people of the village form its Gram Sabha. All the major decisions are taken by Gram Sabha. What are they? The Gram Sabha elects a council called Gram Panchayat. So Gram Sabha elects Gram Panchayat. Gram Sabha elect what? Gram Panchayat. Gram Sabha approves the annual budget of the Panchayat. It supervise the functions of the ग्राम पंचायत. यानी कि ग्राम सभा ने ग्राम पंचायत बनाया है, तो सुपीरियर कौन है? ग्राम सभा. सो हु इज सुपरवाइजिंग द फंक्शन ऑफ ग्राम पंचायत? ग्राम सभा. द हेड ऑफ द ग्राम पंचायत इज कॉल्ड सरपंच और प्रेसिडेंट. सरपंच ही बोलते हैं, प्रेसिडेंट हमने इसको एडवांस फॉर्म में बोला, अदरवाइज इट इज सरपंच ओनली. नाउ पंचायत समिति, ब्लॉक और मंडल पंचायत. In this PPT you can see that it is very nicely it is mentioned पंचायती समिति, ब्लॉक और मंडल पंचायत. तो पंचायत समिति किसको कहा जाता है, क्या कहा जाता है, ब्लॉक या मंडल पंचायत. A number of ग्राम पंचायत टुगेदर फॉर्म अ ब्लॉक पंचायत. आपने देखा बचपन में मम्मा हमको एक ला के देती थी, दैट इज पजल और ब्लॉक बिल्डिंग्स, है ना. सो दिस ब्लॉक्स को हम ऐसे जोड़ते थे, फंसाते थे और एक ब्लॉक बिल्डिंग्स बन जाती थी. सो इन द सेम वे यहाँ ब्लॉक बिल्डिंग्स क्या बन रही है, ब्लॉक से क्या बन रही है, द नंबर ऑफ ग्राम पंचायत टुगेदर फॉर्म अ ब्लॉक पंचायत. वो हमने जोड़ जोड़ के क्या बना दिया, सारे ग्राम पंचायत को जोड़ते गए तो क्या बन गया मेरे बच्चा पार्टी, दैट इज फॉर्म अ ब्लॉक panchayat. Okay, so next one, the numbers of the block panchayats are elected by the members of gram panchayat. The members of the block panchayat are elected by the number of gram panchayats. Zilla parishad, now the next one. Okay, ये हमने समिति, ब्लॉक और मंडल पंचायत के बारे में बात की. The next one, that is the जिला परिषद. It is known as the district panchayat. A number of block panchayats together form a Zilla Parishad. The members of Zilla Parishads are elected by members of block panchayat. So this is again the information that the block panchayats together form a Zilla Parishad. अब हमने एक ब्लॉक बिल्डिंग बना ली है. इस ब्लॉक बिल्डिंग का नाम हमने और कलरफुल दिए बनाया और इसका नाम हमने क्या किया, जिला परिषद. सो ग्राम पंचायत, ब्लॉक पंचायत, block panchayat, zilla parishad. As I was saying about the flow chart, in this sense you are going to write. The members of zilla parishads are elected by the members of block panchayat. ठीक है, तो इनके सीनियर कौन है, हो गए अब ब्लॉक पंचायत. तो इनको 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 कौन इलेक्ट करता है मेंबर्स, द ब्लॉक पंचायत. Okay, so these are the very 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 important questions. Without getting confused, you just write it, color it, mark it again and again, and definitely you people are going to rock in your social science examination in your pre-boards, because still 3 months are there. In month of May we have our paper, so many pre-boards are going to take place. So don't stick that okay abhi to kam aa gaya chal gaya. No, always rock. Always think that at least 70s you are going to get out of 80. Fine, then only you will score highest marks during your board examination. सो लोकल गवर्नमेंट्स इन टाउन्स एंड सिटीज़, शहर में कैसे ये लोकल गवर्नमेंट होता है? द लोकल गवर्नमेंट इन स्मॉल टाउन्स आर कॉल्ड द म्यूनिसिपैलिटीज. Members are elected by the people of the town. The head of the municipality is called the municipal. The chairperson, the head of the municipal corporation, is known as the mayor. Okay. कम टू द नेक्स्ट, बेनिफिट्स ऑफ लोकल गवर्नमेंट. इसको तो आंख बंद करके मेरे बच्चे लिख पाएंगे. व्हाट आर द बेनिफिट्स? लोकल गवर्नमेंट हेल्प्स टू डीपन डेमोक्रेसी. उन उस स्तर तक गए, उस लेवल तक गए. सो इट ब्रिंग्स व्हाट इट ब्रॉट द डीपन डेमोक्रेसी इन इंडिया. पावर कुड बी ट्रांसफर्ड टू द ऑर्डिनरी पीपल. Local government helps to increase women's participation and it makes administration easy and efficient. So in this topic, benefit of local government, it comes under the value based question. You can write, you can present your own view also, your own experience also, but make sure that you have to write according to the marks. If the 3 marks, 3 points or 40 words. If it is 5, you have to go for 100, 120. So few of the topics still left, and that is the difficulties faced by the system of local government, and that is known as the decentralizations or Panchayati Raj in India. So what are the difficulties? So Gram Sabha meetings are not regularly conducted in many states of India. Most of the state governments did not transfer enough power to the local government. Local government are not given adequate financial resources. So in one glance only you can see that what the difficulties we have on the decentralization or Panchayati system in India. Now what are the achievements of local self government in India? इतने सारे problems होने के बाद इनके achievements क्या हैं? 4 points you can see in one slide. Local governments in India is the largest democratic experiment in the world. There are 36 lakhs elected representatives in the local government. They have helped in ensuring people's participation in democratic process and deepened democracy. They also helped in ensuring women's participation in politics. So थोड़ा सा याद करना पड़ेगा आपको ये point, that what are the achievements. So like this students, finally I completed the portion, and I hope you people are going to get benefit from my video, and soon I am going to present the next chapter, political parties. Many of my students, they were asking again and again, and so through my video I will present political parties content to them, and please share, subscribe my video. Thanks a lot my dear students. Bye, take care.